Welcome back, sports fans, to episode 2 of Glass Half Full. In case you missed us last week, we picked a stellar 75% in our bet on games, as the Steelers struggled to a soggy season-opening tie in Cleveland, the Broncos outlasted the Seahawks in the Mile High City, and the Panthers shut down a very suspect Cowboys offense. The 49ers unfortunately couldn't complete a perfect 4-for-4 start thanks to a series of rather fluky and colossal blunders. Our parlay wasn't far off, going 5-for-7, and a pitiful second-half display by the Raiders left us one game shy of cashing in on our teaser. But hey,
forget about it. Paulie, forget about it.
Overall, Week 1 was a success, profiting nearly 5 units.
Pay that man his money.
Now, not resting on our laurels, let's jump right into Week 2 with a look at the bout between the Vikings and the Packers. Green Bay is -1 point in this game, with the odds makers assuming Mr. Rogers will start. Some sources say he's unsure, but I believe the man when he says,
I'll play next week.
After a historic comeback for the ages that had him looking like poetry in motion, look for Mr. Rogers and the whole town of Green Bay to use their home field advantage and ride their miraculous momentum to another Lambeau victory. We'll bet 2 units on the Packers -1. Secondly, we like the New York Jets laying 3 points at home versus Miami. The Dolphins come into town off of an opening day victory over the Titans, but whoop-de-doo Basil. Tennessee is one of the league's bottom dwellers, and although Miami does have a respectable team this season, it was the Jets that impressed far more in a Monday night massacre over the Detroit Lions. Rookie quarterback Sam Darnold was 16 of 21 and threw for 198 yards en route to a 31-point thrashing of a very weak Detroit defense. Miami's defense is superior to the Lions, but I expect the Jets to do enough to get the win at home and just maybe lead the division at 2-0. We'll take New York, please, also for 2 units. Moving along, we'll be betting on the Texans versus the Titans. There is no spread posted yet, but whatever it is, we'll be on Houston. Tennessee looked rather poor in an opening Week 1 loss to the Dolphins, scoring only 1 offensive touchdown and lost some key players to injury in the process. Tight end Delaney Walker is out for the season, and quarterback Marcus Mariota left the game in the third quarter with an elbow injury. Whether it's a banged-up Mariota or his subpar backup Gabbert at the helm, we expect a hungry Houston team to take advantage of a much weaker foe with a walk-in-the-park type victory. Look for Deshaun Watson to have a bounce-back field day this weekend. We'll bet the Texans opening spread for 3 units. Next, we'll be betting on San Francisco versus the Lions. The Niners are favored by 5.5 in this contest, and we expect them to cover that number for a few reasons. As I said before, it was a bit of a sour loss versus the Vikings, as San Fran had some fluky blunders in the form of 2 drop touchdowns, a drop pick six, a goal line fumble, and a career-high 3 interceptions from quarterback Garoppolo. Without these very uncharacteristic errors, the outcome would have been much different, but hey.
Yeah, if my aunt had nuts, she'd be my uncle.
The Lions, on the other hand, as previously mentioned, were completely embarrassed on Monday Night Football. What might be the worst defense in the league sure did look like it. And on the other side of the ball, a seemingly uninterested, very lethargic-looking Matthew Stafford performed his best Jay Cutler impersonation, throwing for 4 interceptions. It was an overall pathetic effort from the Lions, and now one of these teams is going to start 0-2 and thus likely miss the playoffs. I'll be damned if that's San Francisco before it is Detroit. Take the home team and lay the points with pleasure. We'll bet 4 units. Lastly, we'll be betting on Kansas City flying high into Pittsburgh to take on the Steelers. The Chiefs are catching 5 points in this contest, and I believe that is just bollocks. Andy Reid's squad looked like the cream of the crop in what seemed much more like a home game in an impressive road defeat of the Los Angeles Chargers. In just his second NFL start, Chiefs quarterback Patrick Mahomes looked more like a veteran, using an arsenal of weapons to tear apart a very good Chargers secondary. If he was able to do that to LA, I certainly expect another big day versus an inferior Steelers D. Pittsburgh, on the other hand, clawed their way to an unimpressive tie versus the Browns and had an embarrassing, count them, 6 turnovers, including 3 Roethlisberger picks. Big Ben may be limited this week with a sore elbow, and top cornerback Joe Hayden may miss this contest with a hamstring injury. As the Le'Veon Bell drama continues, a few more question marks have the Steelers scratching their heads. Also note that over the past 30 years, teams coming off of a tie are a miserable 6-14 against the spread. It's a bonus trend to have on our side. I think the Chiefs win this one outright, so we'll pounce on the points. 5 units, please, our top play of the week. Also play a half unit on our teaser and parlay in case we happen to catch the perfect storm. And why the mask, you may ask? Well, It's because who I am is of no importance. It's what I represent. And, of course, our picks. But if you must call me something, call me C. Please do subscribe to our Fanatics View YouTube channel and follow along for a season of success. And always be sure to bet responsibly. Happy gambling to all, and we'll see you week 3. Cheerio.
Good luck.